Thank you all for your attendance today. I would like to recognize several special guests, the first being none other than Harvey Couch's grandchildren. 3 of the 4 are here today. First, if you just raise your hand or stand, Kathy Matthews and Becky Rimmel. Their mother was Catherine Couch Rimmel, the 4th of 5 children, the only girl, and the namesake for late Catherine. We also have Elizabeth Dober. Elizabeth's father was Harvey Couch Jr., who was known as Don. I think if you were named Harvey Couch Jr., you would have to have another name. Don was the second oldest child and one of 4 boys.
And we have Mary B.
And Mary B. Thank you. Sorry, appreciate you catching that. Also pleased to have Cammie Hambryce with the Magnolia Economic Development Corporation. Cammie was very helpful in organizing this event. Senator Bruce Malik is here. And lots from the board of Magnolia Economic Development Corporation. Most of all, I'd like to give sincere thanks to Kansas City Southern's Charitable Fund for making all of this possible. And there's Archie. Yeah, I'm going to stop and let him have a seat.
I think that may be his seat.
For those of you that do not know, Archie will be 103 years old on Friday. The connection with Mr. Couch and Kansas City Southern began in 1937 when Couch began acquiring stock in a financially troubled Kansas City Southern. Within 2 years, he had acquired controlling interest and combined it with his Louisiana and Arkansas company, giving the combined entity rail spanning from New Orleans to Kansas City. We are grateful to the Kansas City Southern Charitable Fund for acknowledging Harvey Couch's legacy with their fine company. Whatever I am belongs to my family and Arkansas. This was Harvey Couch's final declaration. At the top of his notes for his funeral arrangements, penned at Couchwood and made public by one of the reporters camped on the grounds of Couchwood in expectation of his death. Now Magnolia joins Energy Steam Electric Station and Stamps and the school in Calhoun as local landmarks that bear his name. Not surprising for a man who learned early in life that there is no limit to what can be accomplished when you don't care who receives the credit. When it came time to name dams, lakes, train cars, and the like, Harvey Couch never used those opportunities to promote himself. In each instance, there was a purpose and a larger goal of developing Arkansas. One legendary example of his creativity dates back to the Reconstruction Finance Corporation days when they decided to build a bridge in New Orleans. As chair of the Public Works Division, Harvey Couch worked directly with Louisiana's governor to secure his support for the project. The only problem was Louisiana's governor at the time was vehemently opposed to the project. Instinctively, Harvey Couch knew his support could be gained by informing him that the intention was to name the bridge after him. And at that moment, the Huey P. Long Bridge was born. So now in 2012, we find ourselves honoring a man who lived to be 63 years of age, and now, 71 years after his death, we find occasion to memorialize him. Today, 71 years after his death, it is appropriate for Magnolia to do something tangible for Harvey Couch. Harvey Couch's footsteps can be traced throughout Magnolia and Columbia County. I know this because I've traced those footsteps with Archie Monroe. Sites relevant to Harvey Couch include the home site where Harvey lived in Magnolia after his father's illness required the family to relocate from Calhoun, the site of the local cotton gin, where he fired up the boiler in the morning and took it down at night for 50 cents a day. Longino Good and Lyle Drugstore, where he worked and gained the admiration of Dr. Longino, who would become a future investor in his telephone company. The Southwestern Academy, where a young Harvey was mentored by a teacher and father figure, Pat Neff, who was only to be in Magnolia for 2 short years, on his way to become governor of the state of Texas and later president of Baylor University. The post office facility, now Farmers Bank's Operations Center, where Couch lobbied for Magnolia to obtain a new federal post office. He also brought the Postmaster General to Magnolia with a dedication event on the scale of a Magnolia Blossom Festival. The Columbia County Annex building at South Court Square, where Couch was instrumental in helping recapitalize the National Bank at that site, which would have failed without his support. Harvey Couch believed in Arkansas. Specifically, he believed in rural Arkansas and rural America. He achieved incredible success, often on a shoestring budget, often using trade credit and outside-the-box strategies. He had the gift of persuasion and selling his ideas, and was known for his integrity and high ethical standards. Today, given the economic climate and high competition to retain jobs, much less create new ones, the aspect of recruiting business and industry sometimes seems like an uphill battle. Creating the area's first telephone exchange wasn't exactly a walk in the park, and neither was electrifying the state or championing the vision for interconnected utilities in Mississippi and Louisiana. Harvey Couch introduced prospective customers to essential services that transform lives. At the time of those introductions, most citizens didn't see the value in the technology. Besides, money was scarce, and what money people did have was not spent on things seen to be luxuries at the time. Notwithstanding, armed with sheer determination and timeless sales and marketing strategies, he countered those objections and obstacles in the face of the pessimists, half of whom doubted the goal could be achieved, and the other half who knew it couldn't be achieved. And the challenges and setbacks along the way would have certainly caused lesser men to concede defeat. Most Arkansans know Couch not by name, but because of the economic impact resulting from his vision to create dams and generate hydroelectric power in the Ouachita River Valley. Lakes Catherine, Hamilton, and Ouachita have each provided exponential benefit and enjoyment to millions of Arkansans since being placed in service. The nation knows Couch, again, not by name, but through Reconstruction Finance Corporation projects completed under his leadership, including the Los Angeles Aqueduct, the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge, the waterworks system of Pasadena, California, a massive transmission line from the Hoover Dam to Los Angeles, recapitalization of the B&O Railroad, and, as you've heard, the Huey P. Long Bridge. There are others as well. Much in our state and nation has developed because of Harvey Couch. Who knows how much longer it would have taken for telephone or electrical service to arrive in Magnolia and Columbia County had it not been for Harvey Couch. So today, we memorialize Harvey Couch in rededicating this business park. We remove a generic name in favor of a name that honors the legacy of one of the finest industrialists in our history. Every passing motorist, economic developer, business relocation specialist will now be candidates to hear a portion of Harvey Couch's story. For us, it allows us to identify and lay claim to a visionary leader and industrialist in the same way one would lay claim to a native son like Henry Ford or Sam Walton. We've kept Harvey Couch's Columbia County roots a secret for far too long. Now we have a story to tell, one that is enjoyable to tell and heartwarming to hear. I dare say this business park would inspire Harvey Couch. Where you and I see three buildings, a number of vacant lots, Harvey Couch would see future manufacturing, distribution, and service center sites, complete with U.S. highway frontage and railroad access, and every bit of it adjacent to a premier state university. I'm going to close by reading the inscription on the plaque and hope everyone will take time to look at it. The plaque is inscribed as follows: "This business park is dedicated to perpetuate the legacy of Harvey Couch, a Columbia County native, an icon of business and industry. Mr. Couch established the region's first telephone exchange, founded Arkansas Power and Light, and owned the Louisiana and Arkansas Railroad. All of these businesses still exist today as larger conglomerates. His legacy also includes service to the state of Arkansas during wartime and after a natural disaster. He served as the United States as presidential appointee to the board and Public Works chair of the Reconstruction Finance Corporation. His vision to generate hydroelectric power resulted in the construction of 3 dams and lakes, which transformed Hot Springs, Arkansas into a tourism destination. The Kansas City Southern Charitable Fund recognizes an Arkansas entrepreneur who was instrumental in the communications, electrical utility, and the rail transportation industries. His legacy in business and public service deserves perpetuating in order to commemorate his efforts to develop rural America and to inspire entrepreneurship among future generations. Thank you for your presence today, each and every one of you. If you would, we'd ask that you join us for a photo at this time, and then immediately following for a reception at Southwest Arkansas Planning and Development, the first business on the left in the business card. Thank you again.